Hey YouTube, Logan with Hideaway Homestead here, coming to you today with a video on pruning. And I have a little apple tree here. All of my apple trees are in need of serious pruning. They grow like just a mangled mess when you let them grow naturally. But if you want the best production in fruit, what you want to do is you want to create kind of like an upside down umbrella. And sometimes you have to be kind of vigorous to get that shape. So when I say an upside down umbrella, you know, if you ever turn an umbrella right side out, like in a movie where you'll see the wind blows real hard and it blows up, it makes almost like a cup shape. That's kind of what you're looking for in your apple trees. And now anything that I have that's crossing, for example, like we've got this little limb down here, you can see it's growing and crossing over this trunk right here, so we definitely want to get rid of that. And when I go to cut this, let me see if I can get in here. I'm doing all this one-handed. You want to cut as close to the collar as you possibly can. It's kind of hard to get in here where this is at, but you want to get just right up on the tree. You want to have your shears sharp too, pruning shears. And then I'm taking these, I'm gonna give them to the rabbits because they're apple and they love that. Anybody who knows anything about rabbits trying to get after your apple trees knows that rabbits and deer love them. So I'm gonna give those to my rabbits because I'm not doing any grafting. I'm not really a grafter. So anyway, gonna come in here and I'm gonna take any of these, like that one right there that's crossing. So mainly right now it's getting the ones that are crossing and then going from there. Go in here and get that little guy off, put him in the bucket. These will all be for the rabbits. And as you can see down here, down low too, I've got some that are growing. They are probably above where they grafted, but they could be the root stock. So you want to be careful of that too and make sure that you get rid of any that are down low. This here, I'm just gonna start taking it a little piece by piece here. But you don't want the root stock because they're gonna be a completely different variety. Because when they go and graft these trees, they'll graft them down low, and the rootstock will be a different variety and the top will be the known variety, because basically what you're trying to do is make a clone. So you come in and you clear these out, and then the branches that I'm gonna keep will be branches like these right here that are growing out and away from the tree. You want to try to make as much of an upside down umbrella or right side out umbrella as you can. But I'll pause the video right here, get this done, and then we'll come back when I'm done pruning. Okay, so I'm about halfway through pruning this. I had to go get a little saw. You can get these saws pretty cheap. If you want a good one, spend a little bit of money on it, but heck, they're anywhere from $5 to $10. And I had to take out this big central leader here because it just had so many different branches growing. And when you go to cut these, you want to make sure that you cut it at an angle so that way any kind of water will run off of the place where you cut, because you don't want to make it to where the water will pool on top of it. Another tip is to, when I cut this, I couldn't record it because I had to hold the branch with one arm and saw with the other because I didn't want it ripping and tearing here. We're not gonna, right now we're not trying to pollard this. So if we were gonna pollard it, we'd come here and, you know, just cut like that on the branch and cut it just flat. And that would be pollarding the tree. But we're wanting to try to get these to heal and not sprout. So cutting them on an angle like that, trying to, there really wasn't a collar for this one since that was a central leader, but trying to just anywhere where I can't, you know, cut at an angle so that way the water will run off. But you know, we're pruning it to be shaped like a fruit tree, and sometimes you have to be kind of drastic with them when you come through and do those first prunings. Anywhere where you do prune, remember that will, whatever that new growth is, it won't put on fruit that first year. It has to be first year wood. So like any of this that I leave, like this branch here I'm leaving where all that first year wood is, that's hardened off in the spring, that's gonna put on flowers. So we'll have apples on any of these that I leave, but anything that I cut, wherever that new growth comes out, it's not gonna be producing fruit that first year. So I'll pause the video again and we'll come back when I'm finished. All right, so now done with the apple tree, and just got some pretty good size pieces here. And for those, a lot of these I'm gonna use for cooking. I'm gonna put them up and let them dry. Applewood's great to cook with. All these that I cut like this, I'm gonna set them aside, and then the rest of it I'll give the twigs to the rabbits there. But I'm gonna separate these out. I just set them down into the bucket and cut them to the length of the bucket. That's a pretty good size. And I'm gonna have a ton of little kindling here just off of that one little tree. All right, let's open up here and give some to our rabbits. Get some of these twigs here out if I can get them out of the bucket here. Hopefully kind of hang them in there in the cage. Let them get strode around some. And make sure we get enough for everybody here. Oh, we're already munching down over there. They'll eat all that cambium off of the twigs there. Here we go. Got full feeders, but this here seems a lot better, doesn't it? We'll go over here to the other side too. Yeah. Get us some for this gal. And I guess we'll give the rest to this gal right here. Right there. There you go, girl. We're enjoying it over here a lot. But let me pause the video again. We'll go back to the tree. So here we got the firewood for cooking. I mean, that right there is enough to do a meal, or maybe even a couple, and make it smoke with it. Apple smoke stuff's delicious. And here we've got what's left of the tree. I mean, I have, you know, left a few for the apple production. So you can see that I didn't take but maybe half of this little tree and got a ton of wood. And this is something that I think a lot of people just think of an apple tree as just an apple, you know, but which apples are great and everything, but there's so much more to an apple tree than just an apple. If you were to come and pollard these trees or coppice them, I think it'd be great for production for cooking wood, and just to have for your rabbits, you know, some kind of winter treat, because they do love the cambium on those twigs, and they're also going to eat the wood too. It's got a mild apple flavor. So anyway, we've got here, I'll let this one probably grow out, and that one, this one, that one right there, and then wherever one springs a bud here and grows out a new limb coming out, or maybe even over this way more so, I'm gonna try to get that umbrella shape as I prune it over the years. So anyway, if you liked this video or found it helpful, go ahead and leave a like. If you've got any questions or comments, leave those down below. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, go ahead and do so. I drop a video like this mostly every day. I appreciate all y'all watching, and we'll see you in the next one.